Operations involved in the manufacture of brick. There are four operations involved in the manufacture of bricks. First is the preparation of clay, second molding, third is drying, and fourth is the burning. We'll discuss first the preparation of clay. The preparation of clay is the first process of uh, uh, involved in the manufacture of bricks. In preparation of clay, first thing we do is the making clay. So first thing we do is digging the required amount of soil out of the area, and where the soil is covered from the area which is clean. If the area from where soil is to be taken is grassy, or like has grass or has other vegetables, then the top layer must be excavated and thrown away, which contains roots of vegetation or other organic materials. Also, it's important to be ensured that the soil is free from gravel, coarse sand, lime, concrete, or other particles which are dangerous. After we have dug, we break the lumps and we leave it. It is the second after digging, we leave the soil is called the weathering. What happens that the excavated soil after the clouds have been broken is mixed with little water and is left in heaps to weather for the period varying from few weeks to as long as it can be left. The weathering improves its plasticity and strength to keep the soil wet. Uh, the water may be sprayed on heap from time to time. It depends on the situation on the field. After we have weathered the soil, then we mix it. That's called the blending. Blending through thoroughly and mix thoroughly with the sandy soil if needed. Whole mass is thoroughly mixed up and reasonable amount of water is added if needed. After blending, there comes the tempering. If the tempering is done to make the soil homogeneous and plastic. Tempering is the blended soil is needed under the feet or of a man or cattle after a desired quantity of water have been added in it. The whole mass becomes homogeneous and plastic. That's the reason we do it. Okay, after the preparation of clay, we have prepared clay. Now comes the molding. Molding is actually the process of in shaping the bricks. Molding of bricks, giving the brick required shape of prepared brick earth is known as molding of the brick. There are two different ways of doing it: hand molding and the machine molding. Hand molding is actually extensively used in most of the countries. It is the this is done or this could be done on the ground or on the table. If done on ground, it's called the ground molding, and if done on table, it's called the table molding. And if done it's done through machine, it's called the machine molding. For the first class bricks or for the superior kind of bricks, we mold through machine. Otherwise, we do it through the hand molding. When the brick is molded in required shape, in required dimension, and in required sizes, then we go for burning. Burning is essential Before burning, it's important that bricks have been dried and have become sufficiently hot to be handled. It's very important because if it has not gained the sufficient strength, it cannot be handled and is staked in clamps and cleansed without getting damaged. Also, if the bricks have not been completely dried, then they are likely to get cracked and distorted when burnt and clean. There are 4 points to be kept in mind, which are very important points. For drying, as soon as the molded bricks become dry enough so that they do not get damaged on handling, they should be turned on edge and left for a day or two more to further harden. In initial stages of drying brick, uh, the bricks should be protected from severe sun and winds, as otherwise rapid drying of bricks might result in their developing cracks. Second is they should then be staked in such a way that each brick gets full circulation of air all around it. Best form of stake is of breadth equal to 2 bricks laid longitudinally with intervals between them. Alternate layers being along and across the stake and all placed on edges. Third point is drying area should be higher than the surrounding. It's very important. It should be higher. It's very understandable, so that it does not get flooded due to any occasional rain. Fourth is the layer of sand should be sprayed at the drying area. Fifth is to protect drying bricks from damage caused. After drying, we go for burning. Burning is after bricks have been dried in sun. These are burnt and cleaned to make them harder, stronger, and denser, less absorbent, and consequently more durable. Bricks are burnt either in clamp or clean. Clamp and clean, these two are the structures for burning the bricks. We will discuss the clamp and clean, and what is the difference between the clamp and clean. Actually, the clamp is temporary structure and clamp is temporary. Its initial cost is low and fuel is not very costly, and its cost of fuel is less, as the wood, straws, dung, and are also used. Supervision in clamp is no more needed if once fired. These are actually the advantages, while the disadvantages that the first class brick, its count or the percentage is less. It's on average 60% bricks, and once fire started cannot be regulated, and depending upon the size it takes 3 to 6 months to burn and cool brick. It's used when small number of bricks are required. There is no arrangement for utilizing heat from the hot gases. These are the disadvantages. While if we discuss the clean is a permanent structure, and its initial cost is high. It is generally it's the cost of the fuel is high, as the coal dust is used, and constant skilled supervision is necessarily throughout. These are the disadvantages, while the advantages are the count, our ton, or the percentage of first class brick is more than 90%. Fire always remains under control and cannot be regulated. Actual time for firing is 24 hours, and time for cooling is 12 days, and it is used when a continuous supply of large numbers of bricks is required, and heat of hot cases is utilized in heating bricks. These are the advantages of kiln. Like, kiln has two types. Both yeah, that's the Hoffman's kiln and the Bull's trench kiln. Bull's trench kiln is not of much importance. It is semi-continuous, and kiln is continuous. Hoffman's kiln has disadvantages as well, as it is initial cost is high, and while the it mm, because of high initial cost, investment required, and the cooperative advantages being of not much relevance, this kiln is not much popular. While the advantages are, as the consumption of fuel is less, and the percentage of first brick is higher, and it works all year round, and it requires lesser drying space. These are the uh, importance of it, and this was